Hey guys, Krisamerikos here with you for another video. Today we're talking about words that are spelled the same but pronounced differently. Sometimes it can be difficult to understand how a word should be pronounced, especially when two words are written the same. Today I'm going to give you 17 examples of this. The first example is read, or we can pronounce it read. When we say read, it's the infinitive form of the verb. And when we say read, it's the second form or third form of the verb. The second example is live or live. Live is the infinitive form of the verb. And in general, when we use this concept as a verb, we pronounce it live. Live describes when something happens right now in front of you and isn't recorded. Another example is wind or wind. Wind is a word about the weather, and wind is an action when we move something in a circle around another piece. I used to rewind old video cassettes. The past tense of the verb to wind is wound. But there's another word that's written the same way. Wound. That's right. Wound and wound. Wound is the past tense of the verb to wind, and wound is a type of injury. Our fifth example is tear or tear. Tear is when we rip something like a piece of paper, and tear is water that comes out of your eye when you're sad. Next we have bow or bow. A bow is something that you shoot an arrow from, and a bow is something that someone does in the theater after he performs. Next is row or row. A row is the opposite of a column. It's when many things are horizontally lined up together. And a row is a type of loud argument. Our next example is sow or sow. To sow is a verb that describes when we put seeds in the ground to grow plants. And sow is a female pig. Next we have sower or suer. A sewer is the place under the street where water collects and usually waste collects. But a sower is a person who sows. Our 10th example is close or klouz. To close is a verb, the opposite of the verb to open. And close means not far. It's an adjective. Next we have excuse and skjuz. To excuse is a verb, and skjuz is a noun. When someone makes an excuse, he gives a reason for why he did something, but this reason isn't very believable. Our next example is pouliશ્ or polish. Actually, these words are spelled differently because Polish is spelled with a capital P and polish with a lowercase p. Polish is something you use to make something shiny, like a car or shoes. Polish is a type of person, a person from Poland. Our 13th example is lead or lead. Lead is a type of metal, and lead is a verb. When you lead, people follow you. You are the leader. Graduate or graduate. To graduate is the verb that we use to describe when you finish school or university. And graduate is the person who has finished school or university. Our 15th example is does or douz. Does is the third person singular form of the verb to do in present simple tense. But douz comes from the word doe, which describes a female deer. One doe, two does. They're spelled the same. Our next example is number or number. A number is like a digit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But number is the comparative adjective from the adjective numb, which means you can't feel something. And our last example for today is dove or dove. A dove is a type of bird, and dove is the past tense of the verb to dive. I hope that helped you understand words that are spelled the same but pronounced differently. Make sure you click like, click subscribe, and leave a comment under this video. Until next time, it's Krisamerikos.